Okay, this is the Monday, June 15th, 2020 meeting of the Woodstock Conservation Commission Development Review Committee. This is Jean Pillow speaking, and I chair the meeting. I would like all the members present to say their name one at a time for the attendance.
Lee Wessler.
Laura Roby.
Pamela Spaeth.
Jordan Stern.
Okay, I believe that's everyone. So the only thing we're meeting on this evening is to review the plan for the Woodstock Country Store gas station special permit application for its compatibility with a plan of open space and conservation. So I'm going to put down the agenda and pull up the plan. Stop share screen. So I sent out today the links to all the different documents that are in the packet. There are a few things that I don't see in that packet that have been uploaded to the town website, so we'll discuss that. I'm scrolling through all the pages of this of the design, the site plan.
Excuse me, Gene, this is Jordan Stern. Going to the website, the Woodstock Town Hall website, where do you find all that stuff? I see plenty.
I sent you a link. Crystal had sent me a link and I forwarded it out to everybody today.
And that's what I'm clicking on, and there's all this other stuff on here that says.
You have to look for the planning and zoning documents, I think from last month.
Maybe.
They met in May, and I think all the documents for that meeting were uploaded. I mean, I saw people from Eastford commenting on the plans, and I couldn't find them. I don't know how they found them. Okay, here's the cover sheet for the plan. So it's lot 15, block 43, map 5787, 1484 Route 171. The current land use for the property is the, what do they call themselves? The Woodstock Country Store?
Yeah.
And the property contains an existing country store and that's the new plan. I believe there's a house right next to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There it is.
Two-story single-family dwelling. So I have a lot of stuff you don't have. So the site currently is the building at, let's see, there's a two-story single-family dwelling unit with 3 bedrooms, 2,190 square foot, 2-story commercial building with a convenience store on the ground floor. So that's the current, and both buildings have basements.
And I think I saw on one of the plans that there's some sheds and other buildings in the back.
Yeah, there's a greenhouse and a shed.
I thought I saw multiple sheds.
There's squares written. There's two rectangles that don't have any name next to them. And there's a square that says shed and another rectangle that says greenhouse.
Does that mean it's a house that's green, or is it a greenhouse where you grow plants?
I think it's a greenhouse where you grow plants.
Could be either.
Yeah.
All right, you can look at this cover sheet and you see that the land slopes to Bradford Brook.
That's the stream in the back?
Yes.
Okay.
And that makes this in the Natchog watershed. And the Natchog watershed is the drinking water supply for the, Willimantic and parts of Mansfield. So it's a drinking water watershed.
So will they have any say in what happens?
That was one of the documents. I do not see that they notified Willimantic Waterworks, because they should have been notified and have an opportunity to comment or not comment on this proposal.
This is Mara. Did you guys know they changed the date?
Yes.
Oh, and I think it was because there were some documents missing. Maybe that's what was missing.
I think what the rumors I heard was that they didn't notify the abutters in time,
Yeah,
which is required.
because on Woodstock Proud, people literally said that.
So the question I'm writing right now was the Wyndham Waterworks notified?
I have a application for public water system general application.
Could you read it to me?
Yeah, it's so it says State of Connecticut, Department of Public Health, Drinking Water Section, Public Water System General Application for Approval or Permit.
All right, that's the Department of Public Health,
Okay,
right?
correct.
Yeah, they have a drinking water division, and this should be something that they would review.
Yeah, so I have the application for that.
But they have not received any comments back. Okay, so we don't know if Wyndham Waterworks was notified.
I'm going through, see, I'm going through all the paperwork, but I'm looking. System, the water well. Nope, that's all I got.
Okay. So we're on the corner of 171 and Barlow Cemetery Road. And please note the location of Bradford Brook, where it's, I don't know if you can see my cursor, but it's going down here. Here's the road.
I think it's a good distance from that. This is Jordan saying that the brook is a good distance from the site, though.
Yeah, but I just wanted you to kind of look at this, because I'm going to pull up the 1883 map later, and I want you to kind of like remember what the road is. I don't know if I could do a split screen or what, but I'll try. This is showing, oh, here, is that the one it's so
That's the house
faint.
there.
It does say greenhouse.
No, that's the
This-
green, that's the greenhouse.
Okay, it says shed here,
That's the
shed
shed,
here,
yeah.
shed here. I
Oh.
can't read that.
Oh, you're right, sheds, yeah, so 2 sheds are in the wetlands. Oh, no, I'm sorry, not in the right in front of the wetlands.
It's
In the upland review.
it's in the woods.
Yeah,
That's a tree line.
Yeah, that's the woods.
So here's your 100-foot upland review area here. If that's for the wetlands or for the stream, it's not clear. And this is what they're proposing to do. I don't see those sheds anymore or the greenhouse, so I don't know if they're gonna be deconstructed.
You could try to read those general notes. You really have to zoom in to read a lot of this.
I can zoom in. This is Jordan. I can zoom in. So let me know what you want me to read.
But she just did it.
Wait a minute.
Here it's, so the description by the engineering firm says, in addition to the two principal structures, there are ancillary sheds and site structures on this property. And it's proposed to demolish all site improvements so I think they're demolishing it, everything there.
Okay. I'm reading the general notes. Can everybody read that, or do I need to make it bigger?
No, I can expand it right here, so I can read it.
Somebody have a canary?
I have chickens.
Yay, chickens. How they getting eggs yet?
Those are not chickens that are singing like that.
Yeah, it
I
sounds
know
like
this.
songbirds.
Those are, we have chicks. We're raising chickens, and we have 2 batches, and one batch is still in the house.
Okay.
Aw.
There are turkeys coming tomorrow.
So
I saw baby chicks today. They're so cute.
Okay, so I'm looking at all these plans. There will definitely be, if they're demolishing the house,
yeah,
put in gas pumps, and they're going to take down the existing country store and replace it with another building.
yes,
And I don't know, it doesn't necessarily say something about the buildings, the auxiliary buildings in the back. You said you read that in the engineer's report?
yes, yeah.
Okay,
And it says below grade's going to be a house living. They're going to live below grade or something like that.
Yeah, the store's gonna be on the first floor, and then there's like steps down, and the second level is the store, the first level is the house. There's gonna be 2 stories, and like the house is the basement.
There must be a slope then, I take it.
Correct. There's a slope.
pardon me as I zoom in, 84.
So that detention basin is going to be in the upland review area.
And it's also 25 feet setback from the septic field. And I kind of remember when I was putting in the rain garden at the Historical Society that I read that a detention basin has to be 50 feet away from a septic field, but I have to find that reference to document that. I know I saw it in something in the Department of Public Health because I commented on it to Mike Dietz, who wrote the rain garden book for Yukon, that there was a contradiction with what I read on the DPH site. So I'm going to write a note, is 25 feet separation.
Where's the septic field going? I don't see it.
It's going to go into the parking lot.
Under the parking lot?
Yeah, because you see it says test pit location right here.
Under the parking lot? How do you see that?
Well, let me get onto another page because I saw the chambers on one of them.
Oh, I thought it was in the back.
Where did I see it? Maybe I just read the 25 feet.
Because they got a riprap.
Here it
going into
is,
that.
gallery.
Yeah, no, they got a riprap. That's for the gas. They got a riprap.
You mean this riprap?
Yeah.
That's not septic field.
Huh?
if you look at the contours here, this is 82, this is 83, 84, 85. So this is a detention basin.
That's what I know. That's what I'm saying. It's not, it's behind
Right.
the,
But this right here, gallery, 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 those are the galleries. That's your septic tank. That's your leach field right here. So they put 25-foot setback line from septic field here. But the septic field, I mean, you have probably another 25 feet. They probably have the 50 feet. But I wanted to point out that here's the tank right here. But these galleries will be under the parking lot. That's accepted practice. They're a special kind of gallery. I have them in my yard from when we had our septic tank upgraded. So that you can pave over them and everything.
Yeah.
But this is a 25-foot separation to the infiltration basin. This appears to, I'm wondering if this is their reserve area for when this, typically you have to have a reserve area for a septic field. In case it no longer works, you put it in someplace else. And this might be the reserve area. I haven't seen it identified that way.
What page are you on there, Gene?
I can't tell.
If you move your
there's a
mouse to the
title,
bottom.
there's a title on every map,
C41.
except for that one.
Sorry. So C 4.1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice what
Here,
is it? Thrush. Are you outside more? I hear a thrush.
not me.
That's me. I'm sitting on my outside deck, and there's real birds
Chickens.
outside and chickens inside. It's a
Okay.
yeah,
You mean wild?
it's an aviary.
Yeah. So here's where the tanks are. Over here. Here's the pumps. This is the septic field. This is the detention basin. And this must be the well because it's got a radius around it. And it has to be 75 feet away from, this is the well location.
Where's well? Sorry. Oh, right there. Yeah, yeah.
Are these like existing or proposed?
It says potential well location.
Potential.
So where's the well now?
Where's the well?
Like in
You have
the
to go
wetland?
back to the first page. See if it's on there.
They hit it good. I have the current plans, and I can't find the well.
So anyway, this is the septic system. That's the layout of the pumps. That's what the architecture of the new building's supposed to look like. The back side of it where the apartment will be, that's what the apartment will look like. That's the interior.
So the apartment is the ground level, the basement, and then the second page Gene's showing is the street level where and that's the store.
Right.
That's the convenience store. So you walk down the steps to get to the apartment, and this is where the public walks into on the street level.
So any questions about the site plan before I bring up the next document? Always bring it back up.
It's gonna be a lot of, they're gonna add all impervious pavement, right?
Yes, it's
Correct.
gonna go from an unpaved driveway to a paved driveway.
Well, more than a driveway, it's gonna be,
Parking lot. Well, there is
Yeah,
a parking
parking
lot
lot.
there already. They're gonna expand it.
yeah, I had heard, and I didn't read it on there, but supposedly they're 21 now, which is hard to believe, and they're going to 27. Is that what it says?
21 parking spots there now?
I thought somebody said that, but I could be wrong.
There's no way there's 21 spots there.
Well, there's a whole parking lot on the side that nobody uses.
Maybe, I guess.
I'm
Yeah,
pulling up-
yeah,
I'm pulling up
there
some
are.
pictures. Give me a
It's-
moment.
it's true.
What I said,
Yeah.
I don't see why they need that many. Do you guys ever see more than like 3 cars there?
No, but right now they're gonna expand. They're gonna have.
I
there's
know,
a-
but
They're gonna
it
put.
doesn't mean people are gonna come.
Well, they're hoping.
Yeah, I
They're
know.
gonna have pizza and baked goods and.
They already have pizza and,
They do have pizza there. They have a pizza oven.
oh,
I
I don't know.
recall, they used to, but that was, a long time since. I like
Somebody
to-
said they did. I've never gotten it there, but
Because the plans have a pizza oven. I'm hoping they have Indian food. They do
Well,
sell some. They sell.
Speaking of Indians, okay, that's a good segue, Lee.
Okay.
Wait, the
It's
picture that
American
you,
Indians.
the image you see in front, you see a picture of a map
Yeah.
Yeah.
in front of you? That's the 1883 map that there's a copy hanging in the town vault at the Woodstock Town Hall. Bunch of years back, the Republican Town Committee had a fundraiser and they were selling these. So I purchased one. It's hanging in my hallway. I look at it all the time. So if we're looking at the 1883 map, and that's before Lake Bungie and Witches Woods Lake were excavated because those are man-made lakes. Summers Turnpike is Route 171. This is Barber Road. Here's the brook, although I can't read what they called it then. It looks like it begins with a H and ends with a OE. But this is the thing that I look at and I say, I want to make sure that there's no conflict, but I want to
Oh,
be
wow.
very careful how we discuss this potential significant archaeological site. I don't know if it's still present there. But the meeting's being recorded. I guess you could look at the map. I don't want people to go hunting for things, but the map shows that in the vicinity of that proposal could be an Indian burial ground. And I think it'd be, a good idea just to consult with the state archaeologist to come out and confirm that site will not be disturbed.
Don't you
If it's
think,
still
Janet,
there. I
don't
mean,
you-
for all I know, Route 171 got relocated when they paved it, made it a state highway. A lot of the state highways got straightened and widened and all that stuff. But
but don't you think that-
I don't know where this Indian burial grounds is. I've never seen it. I don't know if it's further back or it's on a hill. I just see that, and I think it's worth requesting that they go for an archaeological evaluation to make sure that the site won't be disturbed, or if it is, that it's properly respected and
But
all the,
don't you think it's
proper-
already been done?
what?
Don't you think it's already been done? They built the building that's there now?
I think the building that's there now is very old. I don't know when it was constructed. I
Yeah,
can look it
dates
up.
back to 1686.
Yeah,
The building.
so
dates back
it actually could
66?
be
That
like
site.
that dot right there.
Like that building 1686?
It dates back to the first building between, historical property built between 1686 and 1940.
And then when was the Indian burial grounds then?
Well, this is the 1883 map. So before they died before 1883 and buried themselves there. I know, just for the record, I was at the planning and zoning meeting where this was a preliminary discussion, and they were talking to the applicant and saying, these are the types of reviews you should take care of before you submit your application. And I wasn't permitted to speak because that's not the protocol to let the audience speak. But at a later date, I verbally mentioned it to Planner Delia Fay that there was potential conflict and that they should do an archaeological review. And I think she threw it back at me that I had to send something to Tina or something, and I never did. But now we have it, we're reviewing it. They're gonna get this before their application so they can put in that request. But I think that's a relevant thing that should be completed before, as part of the application process.
I agree.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna stop sharing this and just, I think I did a close-up so you can see it better. So this is the cemetery that's there. I don't know. These roads got moved a lot. This road I don't think exists anymore. But this one does and this one does. And over here is an entrance into the Bungie neighborhood. So this road is changed. So I will include a copy of this map with our notes to planning and zoning. Okay, so we have a historical property. So I guess we could look it up on the GIS with the age of the structure. I mean, think about what we put into our plan of open space and conservation, and retaining our historical buildings, heritage and all that was part of it. Obviously, the property owners are respecting the style of the building, and putting in a structure that would fit with the character of the town. It's not going to be a gleaming white gas station, which is a nice touch. Other concerns that I have is lighting. That they'll have 24-hour lighting, and the lighting should be done so that it is not shining up. We have discussed lighting and its impact, 24-hour lighting.
They mentioned lighting in the, I'll read it to you in the engineering proposal.
Okay,
The site lighting will comply with Article 6F of the zoning regulations. The site will be lit during and extending 1/2 hour after the operating hours of 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Afterward, there will be security lighting until dawn, and some lights will be activated with motion sensors. The parking lot area lights were selected based on the style of light used at the municipal parking lot. The fuel canopy and building soffit lights will be recessed downlights. All lamps will be LED to conserve energy. Certain portions of the site, including under the fueling canopy, will have illumination levels greater than 10-foot candles for safe transaction at the pumps and site operation. This is in keeping with fuel industry standards.
It'll glow.
Well, they'll turn off the lights after, I get 9:30, the lights will be off.
Inside lights, yeah. Not the
Even
outside.
at the canopy. I mean, they have security lightings, and I can understand they need to have security lightings. There's crazy people out there in this world.
Yeah, Woodstock there isn't.
Sorry?
Yeah, Woodstock.
What?
I didn't get that reference.
What do you mean, Jordan?
There's no crazy people in Woodstock. What are you talking about?
Oh. Stormwater runoff. There was a whole report on their stormwater plan that it was so many pages long, I didn't have time to read it after work before I started here. Has anybody had a chance to read it?
I did not.
Yeah, I read it. I mean, it seems standard. It seems standard. They're
No.
just complying with, they're complying with articles for stormwater runoff.
Well, it's the fact that they have a detention pond to take their stormwater, collect and infiltrate their stormwater runoff is good, because then it'll go through the ground to Bradford Brook rather than over the surface. That's a positive
Good.
thing.
I just
Sorry?
said that's good.
Okay. Yeah, we're supposed to be saying who we are, so I'm sorry if I don't keep saying, this is Jean.
Right, Jordan.
Stormwater. With that type of a stormwater system, with a detention basin, it's important to have an operations and maintenance plan. And then that O&M plan needs to be, someone has to review it to make sure that they're actually doing what's required in the O&M plan. And that's one of the things with green infrastructure and low impact development infrastructure is somebody has to check that they're doing it right. And so I guess my question would be, all right, is there operations and maintenance plan for the stormwater detention basin? And if yes, who assures maintenance? Okay, now I'm hearing turkeys. Zoom meetings are fun. Maintenance is being performed. Now I know they have to put in, I'm not even going to try to look at, I mean, I'm not going to look at the gas station part of it, because that is beyond my expertise. I know that it's a regulated activity, and there are more oversight of these regulated activities. Now, in our plan of open space and conservation, we mention regulated activities, but in reference to being located over stratified drift aquifers. And I know from memory that this is not over a stratified drift aquifer area. So it kind of falls outside of that realm. I mean, you could still have a spill, but the problem with having a spill over a stratified drift aquifer is that the spill can contaminate a lot of water very quickly. And in a bedrock area, it's more likely to slowly permeate into the bedrock if there's a spill, and it'd be easier to get it cleaned up if it's all located at the surface and not dispersed out to the bedrock.
This is Jordan. Looking at the plans, look like they remove a tree in the front on Summers Turnpike. Any idea why they have to do that?
They have to, I think they have some line of sight issues there, or at least that's some discussion that people have made. Do you want to look at the plan again?
I'm looking at it. Yeah.
What
think
page,
that-
Jordan?
It's page 3 of 14.
Which page of,
3 of 14. Up, 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 up. Keep going up, 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 up. Down to. Right there, right there.
where's the tree?
It says Summers Turnpike, and there it says remove tree. Oh, maybe that's what is it? I don't see that here. That's, I think you gotta go up one. You're on page 4. There it is, there, there. It says remove tree.
I
Above
need a
Summers-
magnifying glass, or I need to make this bigger.
Above
Where-
Summers Turnpike, it says remove tree.
I'm looking at the current plan. I don't see a tree.
Oh, I do
it's
see
up
now it
there.
says remove tree.
They actually, when I saw a page that had them adding trees and bushes, they had a whole list of things. They had like holly and I couldn't figure out where they were putting it because I mean, I didn't have a lot of time to look at this either.
Maybe Larry can help us out.
Yeah, right.
Who?
Larry Summer? Yeah, I
Well,
see.
we'll plant
Yeah.
dogwoods.
Well,
Oh, that guy. I could.
on the current plan, there are 2 trees behind the existing building where the pumps are going in. So those trees have been removed.
No, Dean.
Now, let me zoom out. That's the existing one.
Yeah, so behind, in back of the existing building, there's 2, you see that wall?
Yeah. Oh, 2
And
trees
there's 2
here.
trees. Yep, those are 2 trees.
What size?
24 feet. 24
DBH diameter.
24 inches.
Yeah,
24
DBH. It's usually
Okay.
DBH.
Okay.
Diameter at breast height. That's pretty good size. But it look, find the page where they are adding plantings. I saw that. And they're adding trees. They're adding dogwoods. I just don't know what page it was, but it's there.
Yeah, I was looking at it because I was trying to decide if there was towards the end,
Okay.
if they're going to do tree wells. Like,
Well, we could
like I
request.
saw this and I said, oh, they could do tree wells, tree water filters to
Tree
soak
filter.
up some of the runoff from the pavement.
Yeah, we could recommend that, as well as rain gardens from the gutters, because they're adding quite a bit of, impervious surface that
Well,
wasn't there before.
that's all being directed to the detention basin.
Oh, really? All of it, even from the gutters? We have to make sure of that. It might just be coming from the parking lot and the,
Trying to read this tiny, tiny print.
well, zoom in.
So here we have storm drain, storm drain, storm drain, something, and that's where it outlets into this detention basin. And there's a leak off here into the detention basin.
Oh yeah, here I found page C 2.4, perennial planning details. So
Can you-
they
Gene,
do
before
talk
you,
about it.
before you leave this map, Gene, there's a pretty good slope on that right side next to the new building. Where that well is, the center of that well, there's a
Mhm, I
good
see
slope
that.
there. So I I mean, they're not gonna do anything to change that gravel parking area there, or are they?
This slopes down, as I recall.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. And so what are they doing? Are they doing anything with this right-hand side next to the building? Like,
Over here, they're, in this area, this looks like it's gonna be, trying to read the numbers.
I think they are putting topsoil in.
oh, maybe that's where they're putting the plantings.
Yeah,
Because right now, it's just like a dirt lot, and it doesn't
Right.
look like they're gonna use it for parking, because they're putting the parking in the front and on the left side of the building.
yeah, yeah. Actually, here I'm looking at so that page C 2.4. They're putting in lawn and perennial plantings. That's what you saw. So what
Okay.
what you're looking at there is lawn. That's going to be lawn.
Right here.
Yeah.
Okay, you see that it slopes towards the parking lot. So they're creating a bit of a berm here. So that
Yeah.
there's a 4-foot height difference, at least in this range here. And then it slopes this way. You can see it slopes down into here. This is a pretty substantial slope. I hope they, get that soil stabilized as quickly as possible. But they are putting in a detention basin within the 100-foot wetland, but the wetlands has already reviewed this.
They have?
They went to wetlands first.
And
I don't know what the outcome of their hearing was, but I was told that. Okay, so here's the stairs to get down to that basement apartment. And I thought I read footing drain, or maybe it was a different page.
Yeah, it's right behind where it says potential well location, up. 4-inch HDPE footing drain to daylight. You see that? Up at the top of the page.
Okay. Yeah, I did see it. So the footing drain's gonna come out here and drain away from the building. So that's a potential place to put in a rain garden.
Yep. Where are those plantings going, Lee?
So how many pages down, Lee?
It's C 2.4. Well, to the left. Right there. There it is.
Yeah.
So see on the left, there it says annual perennial planting.
So that'll be flowers. This is all lawn.
Yeah, it says lawn.
This says lawn.
Yep.
Saw trees. I saw dogwoods and I saw holly bushes somewhere on that list.
So
Maybe it's on it.
It says 17 CS, 12 IV, 12 CA, 18 something.
Yeah, that's probably the shrubs. See how they're circles? Look on that
Yeah.
list. Look on that list and you'll have a key. There it is.
Okay. So they got
That's-
inkberry, winterberry, red twig dogwood,
Oh, yeah.
summer sweet,
Dogwood.
and a sugar maple.
2 sugar maples.
2 sugar maples.
Dogwood, holly, 2 types of holly.
They chose native plants, which is a very nice,
That, and my guess is that's going to be a little wetter area because they're putting in red twig dogwood. So I hope that's true because, that's more of a
well,
wet.
Clethra also likes it a little wetter.
Right.
I thought Clethra liked a little bit shady too, but the winterberry and the inkberry. So does anybody, is this the, AS? Yeah, where's the sugar maple right here?
Yep. And one right next to the store, parking lot.
Okay.
So what's gonna be to the right of the building? We still, like, what is that thing with the
There's
arrow?
three.
Oh,
there's
that's
three-
oh, that's gonna be all pavement too.
Yeah, so they're
Ah.
increasing.
Yeah.
But I believe all the storm drains, all the storm drain runoff will be piped into that detention basin. Except for over here, which is where we saw the outlet from the curtain drain. So that might be a potential to add a rain garden back there. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 parking spaces. That does seem like a lot.
I bet those ones on the far left never get used. Those parking spaces, I don't know the distance. Yeah, I don't see distances on here. They look kind of like close to the, guess not. They have arrows to the pumps, but I'm sure they did it all so that it worked.
Using CAM programs.
Yeah.
We got
Yeah.
lawn here. I can't read that word. I went the wrong way.
What word?
Uh,
And there's
Propane.
annual plantings are those diagonal lines there on either side of and then up toward the building.
I see this.
Now, do you see the,
Here?
right there? Yep, there, and then between the handicap parking spaces. There.
Oh, I'm sure that's not, that can't be. They have to have like
A
It
radius.
says
place
annual
to open the
planning on the,
doors. Huh,
key. That's annual planning.
okay.
But it doesn't show any curb. There should be a curb as there's planting.
I know.
Just drop your wheelchair wheels into the soft soil.
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work. What is where your cursor is now? There's like a couple of bees. What are those, a certain type of plant or tree?
These?
Bushes? See the two bees? The letter B, right where your cursor is, like right next to it.
I don't have.
I see
these.
A1.
That says A1.
Oh, that's my cursor, sorry.
Is A1, is that
the
a
right.
light? That looks like a light. There's
Yeah, no.
S1. These are all
No,
security.
to the right of the building, these two bumps in the back. Yeah, what are those? Bushes?
What's it say in the key? I don't see anything that's labeled B as a plant. Don't know. Now I'm looking at this and like trying to understand what's, we have B, 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 B. Then we have C.
Oh, right. It's the outline of something. You gotta look at the other key. the key to the map. Maybe on the right or the left.
Lee, I have to say the bird song is just really making this meeting for me.
This is just living out in the country.
I don't see anything in here that says anything with a B or a C.
No, try the right.
Those are lights.
Go up. Right there.
Oh, wrong page. What do you see?
Major deciduous tree, no. You're right, annual perennial planting. I don't know, far left, top?
I can't find it
Nope.
on mine.
Oh, right here. B, C, B, A,
Oh,
right,
Oh,
right behind.
it's a light with where the light penetration is.
Okay,
A is 5-foot candle line, B is 1.0 candlefoot line, and C
Okay.
is 0.5 candlefoot line. So they're saying around the pumps, it's going to be the brightest, but away from the pumps, the lighting will be significantly reduced. Because that is a big concern for people around here who enjoy the night sky. And it'll be a big impact to have that much lighting at this location.
and they're
Place
also gonna have an illuminated sign.
I thought illuminated signs were against our zoning regulations.
They are not.
They changed that?
Mm-hmm.
That's sad. It was a bad decision, in my opinion. Tacky, they look so tacky.
I know.
Oh, they're gonna put a palm tree in, what's this?
What?
Oh, those are flowers. They have a spacing plan for their flowers.
Actually, I read that it said if any tree dies within 2 years, they replant it. That's pretty good.
I hope that doesn't happen. But these are all the things they had to consider for the turning radius.
yeah, here's a description of the sign. A monument sign is proposed to identify the fuel brand and price panel for customer information. The sign will also have a store panel. The sign structure will match the building and be internally illuminated. The sign will have a small roof structure and will be in keeping with the historic character of the area.
They didn't historically have illuminated signs.
All right, so we've looked over all these things. We've come up with a few concerns that we want to have addressed. Let me go out of here. Hope that the templates. Okay. We started at 7. Hopefully we won't be ending at 9. I'll give that a better note. Can somebody quickly read the address of this store off a document?
Okay.
One 484 Route 171.
184.
1484.
Route already done.
Route 171.
Sorry, I'm on a computer that I'm not used to, so the keys are not in the right place.
What? Keys are all in the same
Yeah.
place on every.
No, the backspace and the delete and all that stuff are in a different place.
Oh.
All right, current site conditions, historic building on unpaved lot with a several existing outbuildings. Come on, spell it right for me.
Oh, no, you could hear me. I was muted. It's
Let's see, we have Barber Brook.
Not Barber Brook, it's Bartholomew Cemetery Road.
No, you're right, it's Bradford Brook.
I have a question.
Yeah,
So I'm reading the first page and it says zoning notes and it says maximum impervious lot coverage in percent is 50%. And they currently have 6, it says, and then proposed is 19.7.
I got 19.8.
Well, on the first page, it says 19.7.
Okay.
Oh, so that's percent? That's all, they're saying that they're just proposing 19.7%?
so there's, what they're saying is they're way under the maximum impervious cover requirements for the site. And that's because they've got all that back lot that they're not including in the development.
Gene, this is Jordan. It's not Route 171 intersection of Barber Road, is it? It's Bartholomew Cemetery Road.
You're right,
Barlow Cemetery Road.
Barlow Cemetery Road, you're right.
Right. There you go.
Thank you.
The space between F and the B.
1883 map of Woodstock shows a potential archaeological
You did it, yay.
site in near this proposed project. What else is the site condition?
Lighting,
Current impervious cover on lot is 6%. What's the acreage of the total lot?
Total acreage.
Should be on the first page of the
I'll look.
site plan.
3.9 acres.
3.9?
Yeah. Subject site is 3.9 acres in size.
Anything else for the current conditions?
Current conditions, 71% of the property is currently wooded.
So our conservation priorities are to protect drinking water supplies. Protect drink water quality.
The lighting,
How we would word that?
night sky, night sky lighting is,
Light pollution?
Reduce, minimize,
Yeah.
right,
protect.
be from disturbance or no?
Well, what wordage would you use?
To protect drawing on site and move accordingly, or, you know, we have to remove it, right, or move it. I mean, if it is there, they're not gonna not do this thing, they gotta move the site, right?
No, I think it's good as it stands.
Disturbance?
Protect potential archaeological site from disturbance.
Yeah, but it's gonna be disturbed if it's still there.
Then they're gonna have to protect it somehow.
Or under the extent of, what, are there laws about Indian burial grounds? Usually if you do have to move them, if you do disturb them, you have to like preserve them or something. I don't know what the rules are. It's not my expertise.
Right.
But I think they've been disturbed years and years and years ago. So
It doesn't matter.
I don't know if they're there, if they're further back. They could have moved the road. I mean, there's a lot of unknowns.
yeah, but our job is to recommend protecting it.
Right. To make them aware of it as an important feature that needs to be respected and, you know,
Yeah.
considered.
Well, you
Correct.
have to check with the state archaeologist, that's all. I mean, he's
That
gonna
would
know.
be, that would be the recommendation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Further disturbance then, instead from disturbance?
We don't know if it's been disturbed. I just even hate calling it out though, because of those people that feel that, hey, it might be worth money, and they'll go disturb it. And I that's kind of one of those things that you,
Well, then they're trespassing and the police need to be called. That you can't be responsible, you know? We have to say it.
Okay,
What?
recommendation.
This is Pam, consult with state archaeologist. That's the
That's gonna
recommendation.
be, under recommendations.
Right.
Yeah. So we're in recommendations now.
Yep.
Consult with state archaeologists.
Yes.
Stormwater detention basin. I was gonna say. And operations and maintenance plan should be required for the stormwater detention basin with provisions for inspection. You could tell this is a computer I haven't used before because stormwater got underlined. How do you add it to the dictionary? I'll figure that out later.
TION.
Inspection. Let's see. They talked about motion sensor security lights should not be an option. You read it to me, Lee. What did it
They-
say about
They,
the?
they should not be an option?
No, they motion sensor security lights. It shouldn't be an option. They should be mandated. Security lights should be motion sensor.
Yeah, they say, that's what they say.
I thought it said that they might be.
No,
Wording
after,
is a little vague.
no, at night, there will be security lighting until dawn, and some lights will be activated with motion sensors.
Yeah, I think we should recommend they all be.
Minimize overnight lighting.
You mentioned the rain gardens, utilize rain gardens.
All just. Burial ground. Jeez, I can't type tonight. Sorry about that.
Is your dogs freaking out?
Those are my dogs freaking out.
Why are they freaking out?
Oh, they're not, they're just playing with each other.
Oh,
We have 3 dogs and they just go at it.
We have 3 dogs at my house too, and every time my husband goes down in the basement and shuts the door, they all stand at the top and howl. It's extremely disruptive when you're in a Zoom meeting when that happens in the background. That needs to get Am I missing something?
This is Pam. I would change contact state archaeologist to consult with, so that it's not just, well, we called and, he wasn't there.
I'm not even sure if we still have one. I mean, I know Nick Bellantoni retired. They hired some new guy, and then I think he died. Something happened to him. He's a really nice guy. It was a really tragic thing. But I don't know, is there a Connecticut State archaeologist?
Well, if there isn't, what about something connected with UConn? They might have.
It would be out of Yukon. Let me see. I'm gonna ask Google. Who is the Connecticut State archaeologist?
Dr. Brian D. Jones. According to Archaeological
Okay, okay.
Conservancy,
Good.
Dr.
Is he still alive?
Jones began as Connecticut State Archaeologist in July.
Good
July
to
what?
know.
July of what year?
Just
No,
leave
he's,
it.
it's,
Siri, Alexa, where are you?
there is one, but it's a woman. It's taking its time to come up.
My Alexa just,
Dr. Sarah Sportman. Brian Jones was till 2019. Like I said, he was short-lived as the state archaeologist. That's very bad. So anyway, they should consult with the archaeologists over that site. Maintain clean parking lot. I want to say something about parking lot maintenance to clean up sand and salt.
That's stormwater detention.
Yeah, but they should be doing maintenance on the parking lot itself. I keep thinking
Yeah.
about that Cumberland Farms in Ashford. And
Ugh.
they're so worried about somebody slipping and falling on their sidewalk. They use like a bag of rock salt every time it's icy. And I see it just sitting there, not getting swept up. And then every time it rains, it goes into the storm drain.
That thing is an eyesore.
How about something like ensure that salt and sand put down for ice is cleaned up or is removed so it doesn't enter the groundwater?
Let's see, rains to minimize pollutants in stormwater runoff. Storm water. Sand and salt. I think it's parking lot housekeeping. Use good parking lot housekeeping.
Best management practices. Or is it more than that?
I don't know, but this has time to be adjusted. Any other concerns? Well, I'll put a description here. The proposal is to put in 3 gas pumps and at this location, and I will mention that we're not even going to attempt to review that part because that's left for the regulators. It is a regulated activity, but it is proposal to demolish existing historic structures to build a rustic looking convenience store with a gas station. The new site will include 27 parking spaces in a paved lot.
Paved.
Paved, thank you. Gas station is a regulated activity. Anything else for the good of the cause?
Good job, everyone.
Oh, you know what? We were going to mention that a question about the septic system and the infiltration basin. I'm going to look up.
I have another comment too.
What?
Looking at the Connecticut eco mapping,
Yes.
there's a huge pond or something on their property. Why
On
is
their
that?
property?
Yeah,
You know what? I'm going to save this. I'm going to stop sharing and you can share.
okay.
Are you allowed to share?
I don't know, am I?
Try it.
Figure out how to get back to the meeting.
No. Maura, I have the current property plans. There's no pond.
Well, where did those come from?
From town hall.
I don't know what this is then. I mean, it's very clearly, I'm trying to see what the date,
Then you can share.
date-wise
I'm just-
imagery.
I guarantee you there's no pond.
It's 2016 imagery and it's 2018 shows it too.
You could also check Google Map. It could be a shallow pond or it could be a wetland area. Have you tried to, can you share your screen, Maura?
I'm looking for how to get back to the screen that's gonna let me do that and I don't see it.
Do you have a toolbar at the bottom of your screen? Do you have the little camera picture icon?
The green share screen.
She's got to get back to Zoom.
What are you trying to share?
My Zoom screen just says Zoom.
What are you trying to share?
Connecticut eco map that has a pond on it.
Let me see if I can. Where am
I have no idea what's going on with this.
You have a URL for it?
Oh, my video got minimized. All right, I think I found where to share. How come it's not showing that screen as an option?
I'm trying to get there tomorrow.
It's not giving me the option to share that screen. I must have too much stuff open. I don't know. I have a whole bunch of stuff open.
What's it called again?
Connecticut Eco Map.
It's a viewer, map viewer. Yeah.
Hey, Gene, I just found a discrepancy in the property area. So the current survey says it's 2.5 acres.
You know, the parcel looks a lot bigger than that.
But the old survey done years ago says 2.5 acres, but the engineers in their description say the 3.9.
That's what's on NECOG. I'm on NECOG too. It says 3.9.
For some reason, I can't share the Eco Map one either.
I've got EcoMap. So what are you looking for in EcoMap though?
Yeah, but can you share it first?
I can probably, yeah.
Well, you got to figure that out first, because otherwise, don't waste your time.
Well,
That's because we have it up too, but we can't, for whatever reason, share it.
oh, it
When
says
I
like,
go, I just got the meeting controls. I got too many
not
things
start
open.
share screen while others participate in sharing. Somebody else is sharing, so.
I was trying to, but it's not coming out.
Oh, no, I take it back. It's another spot. It says 3.9. I'm looking at one spot says maybe it's the building area is 2.5 and the total lot area is 3.9.
So you see my screen now?
Yeah.
So is this what you're looking for?
All right, Jordan, scroll down to Advanced Map Viewer. Say go to Viewer. Next to the other one.
Sorry,
That's-
Yeah.
You went to the help. Go
hang on.
go back.
I'm trying to.
Back arrow.
My hand is twitching. I want to move your mouse.
How did you-
Just right there at the tab. The tab. No, the other one. Just go right next to it.
Click on the X over where it says
Yeah, right
next
there.
to help. Click that out.
No.
Now go to this one. Go to Viewer. Click that. Oh, that's aerial imagery.
Yeah, you need the
You're gonna need the other
Advanced.
one.
just
Click on that off. You want to
advance.
go to the Advanced Viewer. Go to Viewer. Go to Viewer. This is a good skill for everybody to have, so it takes a while to come up. Okay, now you're gonna have to kind of zoom in to you, and then go up to the northeast corner,
Yeah.
find Woodstock. Okay, you see where Bungie is, and you're close. You're gonna have to
Teton.
turn
It's
on some
across from
layers.
Teton. It's across from Teton Airport. Right there. See that big?
It's
there.
right
You got-
across from Lion Hill Road. No, you went too far.
Right. No, it's right here, across from Teton. You just have to move up. No, move it the other way.
Down.
There you go.
171,
Well,
yeah.
zoom back in, zoom back out. It's right here. That's it.
It's
Bradford Brook, right there.
it's
Right
here.
there.
Where's Bartholomew Road, though?
This is 170, keep going, all right, so there's Lion Road, and then
It's
this
right
is Bradford,
there.
right here.
Yeah, so that pond's not on the property.
No,
near
not
the
that
property.
pond, not that pond. So
All right,
zoom,
Jordan.
zoom back.
Zoom out just a little bit. Now, you're
The
gonna
base
go
map.
over, go
Right here,
down
yeah.
to the left-hand corner of the screen. You see something that says layers,
Layers, left-hand. corner, yeah,
left-hand
there it is.
bottom corner. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
Just
layer.
go to
list.
base
click on it.
map. No, just go to base map.
No, I don't use that. I use layers.
Yes. Just
Because you
click.
can get
Layer list, that one.
any of those. All right, you're gonna want to go down the list and
That's it.
you got statewide imagery, you can click that. And now you can choose, you have to click the box next to statewide imagery. Now you have to pick which one you want to look at. So the 2018 summer is the most current. That'll give you what it looks like.
Zoom in. There's the pond.
Where?
The
Where?
pond is, I see the pond
Right
she's
there.
talking
He
about.
just went on it.
No,
That?
it's right
Right
here.
there.
If you look at Lion Road and go you zoomed in too far.
There's the
I
building.
want to take the cursor.
So there's the building right there.
But you're zoomed in too far. Okay. If you look, all right, you see where the edge is? Go east from the road and you see a dark area. Go to the right. I'll tell you when you're there. Keep going. Don't move it. There's a pond. I see what Maura's talking about. There it is.
That's
the
not on
pond.
the prop.
Yes,
That's not on the
is.
property.
Yes, it is.
Well, you know
No,
what?
it's next.
We
It's the bordering property.
There's the property right there.
Yeah.
well, you know what?
I went on to NECOG and it shows that as being on their property on NECOG.
Tell you what. Listen. Go to open space on that layers list. Go to open space.
No, I'm looking at it. There's two little houses and the pond's behind those two little houses. That's
Right,
the
you're-
adjacent. That's the
Well,
adjacent property.
You're going too far, Jordan. Open space is above. There you go. Click that. Now click the arrow. The square. The plus sign. Click the plus on the next to it. Okay. See, it says parcels for protected open space map. Click that. There we go. Now we have the parcel outline. Approximately.
Right, and the pond's off of it.
We turned off the imagery, so we can't tell. Can't turn
No,
the
but I'm
imagery
telling you,
back on.
the pond's the adjacent lot.
No, but there's another little thing that looks like a pond behind the two buildings too.
It's just missed it, just off it, see?
Yeah, it's just off it.
What?
Just off it.
It's that doesn't matter. Will the gas station impact the pond is the question, even if it's not on the property.
Well,
That
no,
pond
but
needs-
I'm also, if you can zoom in, there's another little area that I wasn't sure what it was that's in the property. You need to
I don't
do
see a
it.
pond.
Right here, Lee.
No,
No, that's
That is
the
a
other
pond.
property.
no, do a different
It
layer.
doesn't
like-
matter. Put the contour lines on then.
It's on.
Go up, Jordan.
Yeah.
Go back over to the layers list.
Spring, I need spring. I don't want
Okay.
leaf out.
All right,
Ugh.
Jordan, go
Yeah.
back down to the aerial, the statewide imagery. Okay, click off 2018 summer and put on 2016 spring. There you go. Click it.
Now
Because that
zoom
takes
in.
the leaves off the
Now
trees.
zoom in, and there's this little area that's like a blob back behind the houses. That
Right
almost
here,
looks like
I
a little
see.
wet area. Behind that junk. Zoom in
Are
some
those
more.
the sheds in the
Now,
greenhouse?
zoom in, no, right to the right.
That looks like a trampoline.
No,
It does
to the
look like a
right. To the right of that.
Right. That looks like a shadow.
It's a big shadow. That's like a, it looks
Oh.
like a,
Doesn't look
see
like
the
a
line,
pond.
see the line of cars? It's right at the end of the line of cars. No,
Here.
the end. Go all the way to the end of the line of cars. Right there,
Just
right there.
that
Below
brown
that,
area. Oh, and then I see, yeah,
It's not a pond.
oh, I realize now that the pond is on the other property, but I also saw that.
Oh, okay, okay, I understand.
Yeah, yeah.
okay, Jordan, I'm gonna ask you to click on some more layers. Okay, so go back over the layers list. Find the one that says, soils. Click the plus. Do inland wetland
Hydric.
soils.
Hydric.
All
And
right, click
hydric.
that one, click off wetlands and put hydric.
No, you can do both. Do we know if inland wetlands are up to date? No, I guess it's not.
Turn off hydric soil and do potential for subsurface disposal,
What does that mean?
whether it's good for a septic system. It looks like it's okay.
All right.
Click that off, turn off soils. Turn off the soils. Okay, now we're gonna find the contours. They should have some. My finger's trying to roll my mouse, but it's just not working.
Where
Um,
do you want me to go now?
Roll your,
yeah, move the slide up and down slowly till I see what I'm looking for. Contours 2016. Click that. So that tells you how the land is current, estimate of the contours right now. So,
The closer together, the steeper it is, right?
yeah. So if
If
you
there's a
zoom out a little
way-
bit, I just like want to see if the contours take any drainage from this property over to that adjacent pond.
Well, there's gonna be the basin anyway.
Yeah. Does anything on there look like an Indian burial ground to you?
you're not gonna see it from the surface.
Yeah, but like.
I think it's underneath part of the parking lot now.
I
I'm
think it's
wondering
under
if
that
they-
brown spot that I said was a,
You're
that's
right.
it.
It's where the sands are coming out.
No, I would think they'd put it at the top of a hill, not in a floodplain. So this is
I think that's where the burial ground is.
Right here.
Yeah.
No,
I-
it showed it like
if
more
you
towards
zoom-
the other
If you
property.
zoom it out a little bit more, zoom it out.
Out like that, you mean?
I don't know a lot about Native American culture, but there's you can see a rise on the adjacent property. It might be there. I mean, it could be down in here. This is really steep over here.
Right.
All right.
You
well,
can't see, I'm moving my cursor
Very
and you
steep
can't
here,
see
yeah.
it. It's very steep in here. Yes, there's a very big drop off.
Right.
Here. And I don't know. It's just, again, it'd be good to have it reviewed. That's all.
Okay. It's getting late.
Yeah.
Stop sharing.
Anything else?
Hey, we have a quorum. So do we have to wait until the full meeting to vote to accept these?
Yes.
votes?
Yes, we
Okay.
do.
All right, then I will clean up the beginning part a little bit better, describing the proposal that were reviewed. And, we talked about our concerns and the lighting and the Native American burial ground. I'll put the picture in from the 1883 map into that final one. I'll send it out. Everybody can look it over and see if I missed something. Okay?
Oh, and on NECOG, it said the house was 1900 for the structure.
1900.
Yeah, they rebuilt, but the very, very first structure was in the 1600s. It's
Oh.
been like
Okay.
redone. Okay,
Right.
Yeah, if anyone sees anything else, because I didn't get a chance to really look at it all thoroughly, so.
no, I think we did a great job.
Yeah, no, I just want to look some more myself.
I mean, this is not our judgment whether or not we need a gas station in town. This is not
Uh-huh.
anything about, we're
Right.
just looking at it for the compatibility with our plan of open space and conservation.
Natural resources, yep.
So, I mean, it's a gas station, it's a regulated activity, but it's not over a stratified drift aquifer. So that's what we talked about in the plan. That's what we'll talk about in our report.
Okay,
I make a motion to adjourn.
second.
All in favor?
All right.
8:40.
Okay.